In the world of mathematics, there's always something new to discover. It's about more than just numbers and equations. It's about solving problems and understanding the world around us. In the International Baccalaureate Middle Years program, MYP Math Criteria B focuses on your ability to investigate patterns. Criteria B is all about being a math detective. You'll be given problems to solve, and it's up to you to find clues, look for patterns, and use your math skills to crack the case. This might sound a bit daunting, but don't worry, it's also a lot of fun. Imagine you're trying to figure out how many squares are on a chessboard. You could count them one by one, but that would take a while. Or you could use your investigative skills to find a pattern and solve it more efficiently. That's what Criteria B is all about. So, put on your detective hats, grab your mathematical tools, and get ready to explore the exciting world of Criteria B. Why is Criteria B so important, you ask? Well, it's because in math and in life we often need to solve problems that don't have obvious answers. Criteria B helps you develop essential skills like critical thinking, problem solving, and logical reasoning. Think about a detective solving a mystery. They don't just jump to conclusions. They gather evidence, analyze clues, and use their deduction skills to find the solution. Similarly, Criteria B encourages you to approach math problems with a detective's mindset. These skills are not only crucial for success in math class, but also in many aspects of life. Whether you're figuring out the best route to school, designing a website, or even baking a cake, being able to investigate patterns, analyze information, and devise solutions is invaluable. So, by mastering Criteria B, you're not just becoming a better mathematician, you're becoming a better thinker and problem solver overall. Now that you understand what Criteria B is and why it's essential, let's break down how you can excel in this area. It's like climbing a ladder, one step at a time. Step 1. Read the problem carefully. It's like listening attentively to the instructions before starting a game. Understand what's being asked and what you need to find out. Step 2. Identify any patterns or relationships. This is where your detective skills come in. Look for clues, connections, or repeating sequences that can help you solve the problem. Step 3. Develop a plan of attack. Decide on the methods or strategies you'll use to solve the problem. Will you use equations, diagrams, or tables? Choose the tools that best suit the task at hand. Step 4. Show your work and explain your reasoning. Remember, it's not enough to simply provide the answer. You need to demonstrate your understanding and thought process. Show each step you took and explain the logic behind your choices. Step 5. Check your answer and reflect on your solution. Once you have an answer, don't just assume it's correct. Check your work, look for any errors, and ensure your solution makes sense in the context of the problem. By following these steps, you'll be well on your way to mastering Criteria B and becoming a math investigation pro. Before diving into problem solving, it's crucial to gather all the necessary information. Read the problem carefully and identify any given data or constraints. Sometimes you might need to make assumptions to fill in the gaps. For instance, imagine you're asked to calculate the area of a rectangular garden, but are only given the perimeter. You could assume the garden has a specific length, like 10 meters, and use the perimeter to calculate the width. However, it's important to state your assumptions clearly. In this case, you would write, assuming the length of the garden is 10 meters. This transparency ensures that your reasoning is clear and allows you to explore alternative solutions based on different assumptions. Remember, gathering information and making reasonable assumptions are essential steps in setting the stage for successful problem solving. Section 5. Exploring different approaches to problem solving. In the world of math, there's often more than one way to solve a problem. Just like there are multiple paths leading to the top of a mountain, there are various approaches you can take to reach the solution. Don't be afraid to experiment with different methods and strategies. You could try using equations, drawing diagrams, creating tables, or even acting out the problem. The key is to find an approach that resonates with your thinking style and helps you visualize the problem effectively. For example, if you're trying to calculate the number of handshakes possible among a group of people, you could use a formula or create a visual representation with dots and lines to represent people and handshakes. By exploring different approaches, you gain a deeper understanding of the problem and develop your problem-solving toolkit. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all solution in math. It's all about finding what works best for you. To practice, try solving past paper questions that require different approaches. This will help you become more versatile in your problem-solving skills. Section 6. The power of visuals, using diagrams and graphs. Sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words, especially in math. Using diagrams, graphs, and other visuals can significantly enhance your understanding and problem-solving abilities. They can help you see patterns, relationships, and connections that might not be immediately obvious from the text alone. For instance, if you're trying to solve a geometry problem involving triangles, drawing a diagram can help you visualize the angles, sides, and relationships between them. Similarly, if you're dealing with data, creating a graph can reveal trends, patterns, and outliers. Don't underestimate the power of visuals in math. They can transform abstract concepts into concrete representations, making them easier to grasp and solve. So, grab a pencil, draw a diagram, plot some graphs, and see how visuals can illuminate your path to a solution. Section 7. Checking your work and identifying errors. Even the most seasoned mathematicians make mistakes, so don't beat yourself up if you find one in your work. The important thing is to identify and correct errors, as this process strengthens your understanding and prevents you from repeating the same mistakes in the future. Once you've solved a problem, take the time to review your work carefully. Check your calculations, ensure your reasoning is sound, and make sure your answer makes sense in the context of the problem. If you spot an error, don't just erase it and move on. Try to understand why you made the mistake and how to avoid it in the future. Checking your work is an essential part of the learning process. It helps you develop attention to detail, critical thinking skills, and a deeper understanding of the concepts involved. Remember, mistakes are not failures. They're opportunities for growth and learning. Section 8. Communicating your findings clearly. In math, it's not enough to simply find the answer. You need to be able to communicate your findings clearly and effectively. This means presenting your solution in a logical and organized manner, using appropriate mathematical language and notation. Think of yourself as a lawyer presenting a case in court. You need to present your arguments in a clear, concise, and persuasive manner, using evidence to support your claims. Similarly, in math, you need to present your solution in a way that is easy to follow and understand. Use complete sentences to explain your reasoning, define any variables you introduce, and label diagrams and graphs clearly. By communicating your findings effectively, you demonstrate your understanding of the concepts involved and your ability to apply them to solve problems. Section 9. Embrace the challenge and enjoy the journey. Mastering criteria. B in MYP math might seem daunting at first, but remember that it's a journey, not a race. Embrace the challenge, be patient with yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. The beauty of math lies in the process of exploration and discovery. So put on your detective hats, grab your mathematical tools, and embark on this exciting adventure. With practice, perseverance, and a positive attitude, you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Remember, math is not just about finding the right answer, it's about developing your critical thinking skills, expanding your knowledge, and enjoying the journey of learning. So embrace the challenge, have fun, and never stop exploring the fascinating world of mathematics.